thousands of light years to get here. Tell us the truth or never.
What if I told you that right now, somewhere out there, we might already be seeing the first whispers of alien life, and we just haven't been able to read the signals clearly yet?
The conditions where on Earth you have life, those conditions are common in the cosmos.
We wonder if we are alone in the cosmos. Today, we don't ask if life exists elsewhere, we ask when we will find it.
It's a really difficult one to answer in some ways because we have this very strong bias in that the only life we know of anywhere in the universe is Earth life. And so we're naturally biased to looking for the things that Earth life does.
And the evidence we have gathered so far suggests very strongly we are closer than we have ever been to answering that question.
I'm an optimist. I see no reason for conflict. I don't think it would be a problem. But at the same time, I understand why people are scared, particularly when you see every Hollywood movie is the aliens are the bad guys and they're invading, when in reality, we're probably more scary than they are. We're more likely to kill ourselves than they are to kill us.
Professor Jonathan Horner is an astrobiologist at the University of Southern Queensland, and what he says is right. The universe is mind-bogglingly huge. There are over 100 billion galaxies, each with hundreds of billions of stars. That's more stars than grains of sand on every beach on Earth. And around those stars, planets. As of December 2025, we've confirmed over 6,000 exoplanets, worlds beyond our solar system. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Scientists estimate there could be trillions in our galaxy alone. Many of these are in the habitable zone, that Goldilocks spot where liquid water could exist, the key ingredient for life as we know it. Take the Drake equation, this famous formula from the 1960s that estimates how many intelligent civilizations might be out there. It's not perfect, but recent updates plug in better data from telescopes like Kepler and TESS. Even conservative tweaks suggest thousands of communicative societies in the Milky Way. But here's where it gets exciting. We're not just counting planets anymore. We're peeking into their atmospheres.
For Mars, NASA and the European Space Agency are doing a brilliant job of looking for clues. We saw the recent announcement of the chemistry and the unusual features in a rock at Cheyava Falls in Jezero crater, which are viewed as being the strongest indications yet that we may have found fossilized life from the distant past.
The James Webb Space Telescope launched in 2021 and still revolutionizing astronomy. NASA covered the largest share to build, launch, and operate the James Webb. Europe launched the rocket that carried Webb and key scientific instruments. And Canada provided specialized technology that helps the telescope make precise observations. In April 2025, astronomers announced the strongest evidence yet for potential life on a giant planet 124 light-years away. Hints of biosignature gases, like dimethyl sulfide, something produced by life on Earth. It's not definitive, could be geological, but it's a game changer. James Webb has also scrutinized K2-18b, a super-Earth, finding possible signs of life, though new analysis in 2025 casts some doubt, urging more data. Still, with jwst's flood of exoplanet spectra, experts say we are entering the next great chapter of exploration.
What we will have, though, is that if we were having this conversation again in 30 years' time, and we have still not found life, then that tells us that life is not incredibly common. It starts putting an upper limit on how much life there is and where it is. So the longer you look without finding it, that tells you something about how common life is. Equally, if you look and you find life everywhere, then that tells you life must be common in the cosmos.
I remember as a kid staring at the sky, wondering if anyone was staring back. That wonder drives scientists today. And it's not just far-off worlds. Life might be hiding right in our cosmic backyard. Let's talk Mars. NASA's Perseverance rover, roaming the red planet since 2021, hit pay dirt in 2025. In September, it uncovered rocks in an ancient riverbed with potential biosignatures, unusual iron phosphate nodules and sulfides that scream past microbial life. These could indicate Mars was habitable longer than we thought, maybe even into its later history. Samples are en route back to Earth via the Mars Sample Return mission. And if confirmed, this could be our first proof of alien microbes.
If you think about life on Earth, we have evolved for this kind of planet. Why would we travel to another star to go to a planet that is not suited to us, not perfectly adapted to us, but also already has life, when we could go to Mars and modify Mars to be like the Earth, and we could modify asteroids to be good places to live? It seems to me there is a very real disincentive to go out to conquer aggressively. Because there is so much material in the universe that is free, why would you go to a place where there is already life?
Now, shift to the outer solar system. Jupiter's moon Europa, this icy world with a subsurface ocean bigger than all Earth's seas combined. NASA's Europa Clipper launched in October 2024, zipped past Mars in March 2025, and is on track to arrive at Jupiter in 2030. It will fly by Europa 49 times, sniffing for signs of habitability. Cracks in the ice suggest plumes shooting water into space, perfect for sampling without landing.
Now on the Earth, everywhere we look in the oceans, we find life. And even on the bottom of the oceans where there are volcanoes, we find lots of life. So on these oceans, beneath Europa, beneath Enceladus, Mimas.
Even more tantalizing, Saturn's moon Enceladus. In 2025, reanalysis of Cassini data revealed new organic compounds in its plumes, complex molecules that bolster the case for life. A study confirmed its hidden ocean is stable, with heat flow suggesting it could host life for billions of years. Imagine hydrothermal vents like Earth's deep sea, teeming with alien critters.
We have lots of oceans in the outer solar system. There are the conditions which, if they were found on Earth, we would find life. So that would make you confident, very excited.
But what about intelligent life? That's where SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, comes in. In 2025, Breakthrough Listen observed the interstellar comet 3I/ATLAS, discovered in July, scanning for any artificial signals. No luck yet, but a revolutionary AI breakthrough in November sped up signal detection 600 times, handling massive data streams like from the Crab pulsar. SETI's also expanding to optical lasers, neutrinos, even pondering if aliens communicate like fireflies.
Looking for life elsewhere, life beyond the solar system. If we were looking for technology life, advanced life, then we'd listen for a signal. And that's what the origin of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence SETI is. If we say how likely is it that we would find life on all these other places, I'd turn it around and say, measuring how much life we find, looking if we find life, looking at where we find life, will tell us how easily life gets started. It will tell us how easily life is transported between planets. Until we know those things, the answer could be anywhere between it is impossible and between there definitely being life there. We just don't know until we look. And that's why those observations and measurements are so important. The other thing that ties to this is a very famous saying that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence.
Of course, not everyone's convinced. Enter the Fermi Paradox. If the universe is so vast and old, where is everybody? Updated Drake estimates sometimes suggest fewer civilizations. Maybe they're rare or self-destruct before spreading. We've only searched a tiny fraction of the sky. Biosignatures could be false positives, like on K2-18b, and life might be microbial, not chatty aliens. Uncertainties abound. We need more missions, better tech. Professor Horner makes a compelling case while brainstorming about chatty aliens.
And we should be aware that they have reached out to us because they know that we are here. Why would they know we're here? Well, we've been broadcasting and shouting into the cosmos for nearly 100 years now with radio and TV broadcasts in all directions, with enough power that anybody who wants to, who is close enough, could listen in and watch our TV. They could see all of our news stories. They could see the wonderful things we do and also the terrible things we do. So they would be reaching out to us if they existed, if they got in touch, knowing more about us than we do about them. and yet they have chosen to communicate. That to me suggests benevolence, that suggests peacefulness.
Here's why I am personally optimistic. In 2025 alone, we found a super-Earth 20 light-years away as a prime target, organics on Enceladus, and Mars clues. With James Webb, Clipper, and AI-boosted SETI, discovery feels inevitable. As we push boundaries, remember, the universe is calling. Will we answer? Today, science doesn't say we're the only ones. It says we have the tools and the evidence to find out, and we might do it sooner than you think. We are living through a golden age of discovery, where the answer to one of humanity's deepest questions might finally be within reach.